Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the comments. I am so just like wow. Even with my subscribers, I know I only got like 60 something, but you guys just don't understand. I am not a person who, like, even on Facebook, when it comes to all the likes and all this, I think that people feel like the more people you have liking certain things, the more validated that you are. When people fail to realize there was not a lot of people walking with Jesus when he was telling the truth. So I'm just like me coming on here and encouraging and telling what is true. I was never expecting it to even be a whole bunch of subscribers, but I thank you guys so much. We need to get out of that. Um, the more likes, the more validated you are. Because again, Jesus did not have many. And then the people who were walking with him at a point in time, they stopped because the truth honestly did not set them free. So I just hope that the encouraging word that I give you, as I keep telling everybody, I'm just doing my part for the body of Christ. Encouraging you guys encourages me, and it's more bigger too than just our prodigals. This is about what God is really doing right now in our own lives, so that we could just be on fire for the kingdom, standing for what's right. This is what it's about, standing for what is right, not allowing his truth to be watered down and modernized. I see that so much, that people are trying to make him into being modern, like these days are modern. No, just because the days are modern, this world is a modern place, that don't mean he is not the same as he was before. He is the same rules apply. The same word applies yesterday, today, and when the world is of no more. So I just give you guys all the thanks. Thank you. That was just my little vent. And I'm going to go into this word as I had came out of the word earlier today. I am going to be looking down, and I hope that you are blessed by this word. And thank you for watching, you guys. So, you were called for such a time as this. God is raising you up so that you can lead your prodigal out of Egypt. We must remember, as we are standing for what is right, it's going to come with resistance from our prodigals. We once were them, slaves to the world by the deception of the enemy. We once were bound to wrong behavior, people, and things. We once worshiped false gods and idols. We once were being led by the flesh, feeding it what it want while our spirit suffered. We now have been called to do something mighty and great because the Lord has given us the ability to. Even as we may question, is this what I'm supposed to do, Lord? You want me to pray and fast for someone who walked away from me, someone who walked away from you. You want me to lead, one second, guys, lead my prodigal out of Egypt? How can I do that when they have ignored me, when they have even mocked me? You can ask the Lord many things, and the answer is going to point always to yes. Your spouse is looked at as your own, like Moses' people was his own. Remember when the two Israelites were fighting and Moses tried to reconcile them by asking them, "Why do you want to hurt one another?" But the man that was mistreating the other pushed Moses to the side and said, "Who made you ruler and judge over us?" Now think about it. The very one that was trying to help is the one who is now being dismissed. So what did Moses do? He stopped trying to help because it was thrown in his face, something he had previously done. And this is exactly what happens to us. We're standing on what is right and even speaking to our prodigals what is right, but the darkness in them lash out at us and throw something we've previously done in our face, so we run away as Moses did. Now is not the time to run away, because running is not going to stop what God called you to do. Just like Moses that ran and left for 40 years, the Lord still chose him to be the one to set his people free. He still chose you to do the same. The Lord can see what we cannot with our prodigals, just like he saw the oppression of his people in Egypt. He heard the inward and outward cries of his people, and that's what he see with our prodigals. Now remember, Moses did not ask to lead the people that were slaves to darkness out, such as we may not have asked either. Moses was rejected by his people. 1 second. And we felt rejected by our prodigals, but it still did not stop what God ordained to be, who he chose to set the captives free. The same person they said, "Who made you ruler and judge over us?" with an indignant spirit is now the one leading them out of slavery, and that's what we have been called to do too. It's not about what they say to discredit you, it's about what God has placed in your heart to do. Remember, sometimes people don't know that they are slaves to darkness because they're accustomed to being in chains, and they won't know that they were until they become free. I can say I didn't know myself until the Lord set me free, but looking back, I can see how bad off I was and how I made excuses to stay in the dark. We forget how the world influence and seeing others bound in the world look normal to them when it's not. This is what they see, you guys. This is how they justify their wrongdoing toward God. We must remember where they are and remember who we are. We belong to a Father that wants everyone saved, and sometimes it will take laying down your life for love as Jesus did for us. Don't allow their disbelief to stop your belief, because nothing supersedes over the truth of God. So I just wanted to leave that word. Again, don't give up, don't give way, you know, don't be discouraged. Sometimes we could say, hey, they not acting right. It don't seem like they ever going to get it. It don't seem like they're ever going to come out. But if you give up on them, then who do they have? The people they in the world with? The world wants to kill him because the world belongs to the enemy. He's the prince of the air. He is the one that is dominating the heart and the mind of your prodigal, and you have got to remember that. Again, it is not something that we're supposed to be taking personal. And when we start really getting in that word and praying and fasting, we will see that it has nothing to do with the flesh, but everything to do with the spirit. And I am determined for the freedom of my husband, for him to see life like I do, see the Lord like I do, have an intimate relationship with the Lord. I mean, when they finally come out and that happens, they are just going to be so grateful, you guys, because right now they're not in a place of feeling great. You got to look at it. If they were, they would be joined with you because you're joined with who is right. So don't get down, don't give way. I just wanted to leave this brief word. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your continuous love and support and emails too. And I look forward to us continuing to stand strong, because I know, as I said before, there is a shifting coming, and this is nothing but God preparing us for what is coming. We are the ones that is covering and sheltering so many from the evil, and to me, that's real love. The stuff that they have in the world and who they may be tied to in the world, that's not love, you guys. The Lord don't cause us to sin to have love with anybody, and he most definitely, if we're loving things more than him, then we don't love him at all. So you guys got to start thinking like that. It is nothing personal, so stop taking it personal. I know it don't feel good, it really don't. We all have our good days and bad days, but let the good days outweigh the bad, and most definitely continue to turn to the Lord and just continue to do right before him, and you will be greatly rewarded. Have a blessed and beautiful day, you guys, and thank you for watching again. Bye bye.